Check this out. Did you ever have a teacher not like you? Yep, I did too. Whether you're talking about grade school, junior high, high school, college, there are teachers, for whatever reason, take a disliking to you. But you want them to treat you fairly, do you not? Yes, they should be mature enough, adult enough to put aside their differences and treat you fairly and give you a good grade. If there's an English teacher that dislikes you, okay. But if you write a great paper that's A-worthy, you should get an A. Right? It seems obvious, but in a lot of circles that's not so obvious. And it doesn't work like that in the gun industry. I'll tell you what though, it works that way here in TMP. And I have well over 1,000 videos to prove it. There are some makers I like better than others. Some people think I hate Ruger. I don't hate Ruger. In fact, I raved about this pistol right here. The LC9S Redo. This is a current carry pistol in the Nutnfancy clan. I call it an active duty pistol because it's loaded and hot and ready to go out the door. Carrying 124 grain gold dots. And man, did they get the redo on the LC9S correct. See, I'm fair to Ruger. If they do something awesome, I will tell the world. I'll shout it from the rooftops like I do here in TMP. I've always been that way. This is, by the way, in a Barai LC9S pocket holster I bought off Amazon for 19 bucks. Worth it. And I think the guy who makes it is a TMPer. He contacted us and said, thanks for reviewing my holster, man. Watch the show all the time. We didn't get it for free. We bought it. He just happens to be an audience member. So very cool. Now the reason I intro with the LC9S that way is because there's another manufacturer. It starts with a T. You might know which one it is. That for whatever reason I don't particularly care for that much. I have my reasons. I don't say them on camera, but whatever. It doesn't mean I'm going to review their gun any less favorably if it does well. So here's the advertisement, a print advertisement of the gun we're going to talk about, the PT709 Slim. You know, I've waited a long time to put this in the rotation for review, to go test it. Several reasons. One is my feeling of the company. I'm like, not that I won't get around to it, it's like, you know, in due time. In due time arrived, and here we are talking about it. And also because I have the association with the Great American Gun Store, Gunnies. Right there on the screen, contact information below. At least email them, better yet, buy crap from them. Yeah, so I checked this pistol out for loan. No money exchanged, totally objective, and let's see how it does. I will tell you, when I got this gun, I was under-impressed with just the form factor of how it looked. Let me get to this. This is just my perception. I don't like this design element where it kind of comes down to a triangle. Hate it. I hate the slanted trigger guard. I don't like it. That being said, I don't like the rounded trigger guard of the LC9S. I'm a G43 dude these days. I love that gun. Let's see how it does. And I'm going to go a little bit backwards from this review because in these reviews I talk about features, how did it shoot, and would I buy it, value, and options. Would I buy the PT709 Slim? Here comes another testament of what I've introed with. Yes, I would. The gun is excellent. What? I can't believe you said that, Nutnfancy. Taurus is garbage. Well, that's not a fair statement to say. You cannot say all Taurus is garbage. You can't. You can't say about that any manufacturer. There are some guns that, for whatever reason, will have hiccups. At least in my testing, we had a Taurus PT, what was it? PT111 G2 Millenium. Man, that's a mouthful. And its freaking trigger snapped in the cold. And I laughed. I was like, oh my gosh. So yes, that particular gun did have problems. Actually, that whole design iteration. And I believe from that video, they went and redesigned the trigger, and now it's improved. And that's what we would want, right? So the PT111 is a much better gun now. Because sometimes we just have to say the emperor's got no clothes. But try as I might, I'm having a really hard time disliking the PT709. I really can't figure out anything, well, other than the minor quibbles I shared with you, that I don't like about it. Well, there is one, and I'm going to get to that in design and features. So would I buy it? Yes. 100%. Would I buy it over an LC9S? Ooh, probably not. Probably not. I really like the trigger on the LC9S much better than the PT709. I shoot both of these guns accurately. I really like the LC9S. You know, if you throw this gun up, price notwithstanding, against like an XDS, a Walther PPS, whichever variation you want, a Glock 43, those other guns are probably going to win. Maybe going to PF9, Keltec variety, I might go with a 709 over that one. They're about the same price. They're value pistols. A lot of great options. M&P Shield, I'd probably go with the Shield if price no object. But this is an affordable gun. I mean, here's Gunnies price here, and I think their prices are well in the ballpark. $269. This is serial number TJX22266. It's the PT709 Slim, black 3.2 inch barrel, and of course it's got the Viridian laser on it, which by the way I recommend for the package. Just have it. I mean, I didn't think I'd like that either, but I actually like shooting it with a laser, especially indoors. It was really fun. I have a whole video out where lasers you know, are functional and they make sense, and where perhaps they're not so smart to have. Would I buy it? Absolutely. How about features? How does it shoot? Well, I'm going to jump ahead to, well, the trigger, I guess. That is part of features. I was telling you, there's one thing I don't like about the trigger, and that's how it pulls really deep. They call it the PT 24/7 Pro SA to double action trigger. So the cool thing is you have a second strike capability, which with Tulamo ammo we actually did use. So that is useful. Maybe a little bit more useful than I have represented in past years. I've usually said second strike capability is well overrated. Tap rack bang is order of the day, but you know, it's not bad. But the price you're paying for that is that I just feel like the PT709 Slim trigger pulls really deep. I mean, look how far back that pulls. I don't like it because I have large size hands, and so basically my grip is changing all the way back. It's almost like I got to come up here to get a crisp pull. I don't do that. I keep it on, but now I'm pulling with my middle pad, and it's just kind of a weird thing. You know, did I shoot it well with the trigger? Yeah, this thing is freaking accurate. It is really accurate. I was impressed with its reliability. I don't remember any jams. We did have some light primer strikes on Tulamo steel, like I said, but overall it shot really, really well. And I do have one piece of paper I'll show you in video, perhaps some others. There's 7 shots with the PT709 Slim. That's at 8 yards standing. Another group, look at that. That's better than a lot of full-size pistols. So that's telling me the barrel quality on the PT709 Slim is excellent. This group right here is just with laser. So I think I have footage of that. Here's Fiocchi 115 grain jacketed hollow point. Excellent group. Excellent group. Phenomenal group right there. I mean, this is one of the better pocket pistols I've shot with. I said deep trigger. I talked about that. Use pad. Very accurate. Oh yeah, the laser was in and out. It was kind of intermittent. So the Viridian laser. Don't know what that was. It has my preferred way of actuation. So it's just a simple push button, right? And then you push on and off. But I don't think I was hitting that with my finger. Maybe I was, you know, but it was kind of intermittent at times. Getting back to one of my criticisms on a laser, it's more complexity, and probably when you really, really need it, if you've trained on it and you're relying on it, it may not be working that night. Sound familiar? It's going to be Murphy's Law. That's why I like using sights. I said get it with a laser because it's not going to be that much money and you can easily take it off. And at least you have a laser for home defense with a backup sights. There you go. The one thing on a home defense philosophy of use is you don't have a rail on the LC9S either for identifying your target. So very accurate, no magazine problems. I don't think, I'm thinking if they were hard to load, I don't think so. Was it fun to shoot? Not really, not with that trigger. To be honest with you, I didn't really like, oh man, I want to shoot this more. I just didn't like the trigger. But it obviously works, right? Now this has a safety on it, probably for certain states and jurisdictions. It's really stiff though, and I just ignored it and didn't worry about it. Kind of like the M&P series of pistols. It's there and it's obnoxious, but we can pretty much ignore it. On those guns you can take it off if you want easily, at least the lever for it. This Taurus has a keyed locking system on it. It has a key in the box, and I don't like those. But that's the order of the day, and that's where they are. I'm trying to figure out where this thing locks up. Not that I really care, because again, I wouldn't even use it. Oh, there it is, the back of the slide. Okay, if you care. Slanted trigger guard, I mentioned that. It's not good. Firepower is 7+1, so that is completely on par with its competition, to include the LC9S, which is, for whatever reason, still on the table. It has ribbing for her pleasure right here, and perhaps for a little bit of traction, but I find that it's not that great. Yeah, I would probably put some type of traction material on here to improve it. To be honest, LC9S is not that great either. But is it, you know, like so bad that I have to do something with it immediately? Well, here's your answer. This is in a current carry system. I've done nothing with it. So the answer is no, you don't have to do nothing with it. The magazine button, this is another minor criticism, and it really is minor. It's very small, right? Which is not great. It's hard to find. And more importantly, has a really sharp edge to it, if you care. Yep. Has some big steel slide inserts. I'm not going to take it down. I don't know if I have pictures of me doing so, but take my word for it. So big slide steel inserts. Better than I see from a lot of other carry pistols. So the construction looks very high quality on the inside. Chrome lined barrel. Steel guide rod. I mean, the quality on the 709 is pretty excellent. I think they have generationally improved this gun over time, which is probably a good thing, because if I would have reviewed the original one, it probably would have been a condemnation if it wasn't like totally accurate. It does have a loaded chamber indicator. This thing will pop up oh so slightly, a little bit tactile. You can see it too. Is that cool? Well, it's something if you like it. We talked about the trigger already, and the sights. I do love how they are adjustable. So that's something you never see on a carry pistol. But I think it makes a lot of sense. So, you know, maybe you were dropped as a baby like me and your eyesight's all jacked up and you shoot cross-eye dominant. If so, maybe you need to adjust your sights. Sometimes I do. You can do it with a PT709. Let's look at the LC9S by way of contrast. Windage adjustable only. I asked Wyatt at Gunnies, I was like, how many of these things do you sell? And he told me they sell all day long. So it's a good selling pistol because it's affordable. You saw the price. And from what I'm seeing with my data point, it's pretty excellent. I think Guns and Ammo went out and shot 1,000 rounds through a series of carry pistols. It was a Glock 43, a Walther PPS, and a PT709 Slim. And I think the others, actually I forget what the others did. I think they did okay. But the 709 Slim passed through a 1,000 round test. Maybe on, you know, FaceTube you can find more guys doing that. I don't have the time or the money to do that, and I'm not really interested. I think it's an unrealistic test. I think a realistic test, if it's good to go and you carry it, is just put 4 boxes of ammo through it. 4 boxes, so 200 rounds. Let the gun heat up. I would do 2 boxes of Full Metal Jacket, 2 boxes if you can afford it of hollow point your carry load, and if it does well, sign it off. Go out and clean it and lube it up and put it into your carry system. You probably won't have any problems after that. Parts are falling off or jams, you might want to send it back to the company. I think this does have a lifetime service policy on it. The Taurus does. Yeah, I'm looking on the ad here. Sometimes they brag about it. I think they do. 40 Smith & Wesson caliber also available. 6+1 carry option in 40. Well, by the way, what happened to 40, man? It just totally fell off the map. I don't hear anybody talking about 40, recommending 40. I've always been a 9mm fan because of its size efficiency and with the loads that we have these days, kind of like this Gold Dot 124 that I've shown you. I mean, dude, it's pretty wicked. I mean, I get an extra round, especially in a concealed carry gun. That's where it's at. But yeah, sells all day. Recommended. I mean, I have to give it a pretty high likability scale for the way it performed. I'm going to give it a fair shake. You know, I'm that fair English teacher. I am. I'm just a big believer in the golden rule. Treat others the way you would want to be treated. Nutnfancy.
You're damn right.
Bottom center. 4 shots. Screw. Shoot on your own now, no whistle. %100% with steel.
100%.
So, dude, you got to give some props to the 709.
I don't like it. I mean, I don't like the way it feels when it shoots, but it has been 100%. So
I'm going to give it a fair review, dude. It's
sure. Wow. Okay, ready?
Yep.
Whatever I want to do. Ready? On you. Double tap. Oh, dead.
Right target.
Running. That was it. Sorry. Didn't know if you wanted me running or not.
No, that's okay. Are you out?
Yeah, I'm out.
Okay.
Okay.
Mike Jardine's favorite handgun in the world, the
Is not the Taurus.
PT 709 Slim. He doesn't like it. He's going like this.
No.
I don't mind it. It's good. I like the slanted trigger guard on it. Hate that. The looks, the triangular dip down, I hate that, but whatever. It's reliable. With steel, it's reliable.
Hey, so we talked a little off camera. This gun or the LC9?
It's not even close.
Yeah.
LC9S. S.
S.
All day long. I'm kidding. I like the gun.